Greetings, everybody, and once again, welcome to Hummer Park in Topeka, Kansas. It's time for Hutchinson Community College softball on the Blue Dragons Sports Network. It's the championship game of the Region 6 District D tournament, featuring the number 7 ranked Hutchinson Blue Dragons and the number 15 ranked Hutchinson Blue Dragons and number 7 ranked Cowley Tigers. Steve Carpenter with you. The teams being introduced. And we get set. Hutchinson survived to get to the championship game for the second straight year with a 10-1 5-inning victory over Coffeyville earlier this morning. And now they go after Cowley, a team they're 0-3 against this year. 3 very tight games, including a 5-4 loss in which Lindsey Webb hit a 2-out double to drive in the go-ahead run in the 6th inning yesterday, in a 5-4 Cowley win over Hutchinson. The Dragons dropped the first two of the regular season doubleheader at Fun Valley by the scores of 6-2 and 5-4 in 8 innings. So the Dragons most definitely can compete with Cowley. Now they have to figure out and up the ante, execute a little bit better, and try to win a pair. In order to get where they want, they must win 2 today. They must defeat the Tigers twice, something that was done to them on this very field 1 year ago. Hutchinson came into the championship game, their first championship game appearance since 1987 as the undefeated team, and Cowley won both of those matchups to advance to the national tournament. So the Dragons looking to turn the tables. It will be tough, but very doable. Let's get to the starting lineups. Hutchinson will be the visiting team in this one. They'll hit first. Their usual lineup. Izzy Godinez at shortstop. Batting second will be Becca Robertson left. Batting third, third baseman Cameron Pope. Batting fourth, first baseman Raven Bass. Batting fifth, the right fielder Bryn Stockman. Batting sixth, the catcher Natalie Semmel. DJ Cannon's the starting pitcher. She bats 7th. Bree Johnson bats 8th at second base. And Ashton Reynolds bats 9th in center field. For the Tigers, evidently the Tigers are singing their own national anthem. Well, we were told that there would be a national anthem. We didn't know it was going to be supplied by the Cowley team. Nobody recognized what was going on until about the last quarter of the song. So, I know like in Cowley play softball, they get some pretty good voices out there. Here's the Cowley lineup. Center fielder Brianna Fuchs will lead it off. She'll be followed by second baseman Taylor Perez, batting second, playing second. Shortstop Heidi Nitch bats third. Randy Hamilton will bat cleat up and play first base for the Tigers. Ashton Friend is the designated player, batting 5th. Keisha Hilty bats 6th and plays right field. Lindsey Webb is the catcher, batting 7th. Skylar Maga, the third baseman, bats 8th. Taylor Hinnenkamp, the left fielder, bats 9th. And pitcher Logan Wenzel is the starting pitcher. And she is the one that the Dragons have to figure out. Logan Wenzel 6-0 all-time against Hutchinson over the last 2 years. She won a regular season game and then the 2 championship games here last year. She won a game, she's 5-0 against the Blue Dragons. She won 1 game at Fun Valley and then came on in relief yesterday to win the 5-4 game, coming into it. The Dragons led 4-2. And then pitched the final 2+ innings to get the victory. So the numbers 2 and 4 offenses, the numbers 1 and 4 pitching stabs in the Jayhawk East set to do battle. Hutchinson again will be the visiting team. They defeated Coffeyville 10-1 in the first game. In 3 games versus the Tigers this year, the Dragons are just hitting .217, but it's not so much what they've done, it's what they haven't done. They haven't executed a high enough level to beat the Tigers, who don't beat themselves. And that is of major importance as the Blue Dragons get set to embark on what they hope will turn into a one-day, 3-game winning streak. The first one's in the bag. Now they go after number 2. Logan Wenzel, sophomore pitcher, 16-5 record, 2.85 ERA. She's through 130 innings, 136 hits, 81 runs, 53 earned, 83 strikeouts, 31 walks. Her curveball is what has really hurt the Dragons in their 2 years against her. It's a late breaking curve, and the Dragons want to be up in the box. They just didn't do a lot of first pitch or a lot of in-game adjustments in the first game, that back in April 17th at Fun Valley. So we were told we were going to wait for both games to start. The second game just got over. Highland moved into the championship game, defeating Neosho County 6-4. But they're a bit away from starting, so they decided to start this thing up. And we're set to go, the championship game. Hutchinson making its 3rd regional final appearance in team history and the 2nd straight year. Off to my left, the Cowley fans. Off to my right, the Hutchinson fans. Izzy Godinez will lead it off for Hutchinson. Izzy had a hit in game number 1. Here we go. Championship game set to get underway. First pitch from Wenzel, a curveball for a strike. Izzy hitting 413 with 59 hits, 4 home runs, 30 RBIs. She scored 42 runs. The pitch, another curveball. This one misses, and it's 1-1. Dragons have dropped their last 5 to Cowley, going back to the championship games 1 year ago on this very field at Hummer Park. Wenzel's pitch, another curveball. That one misses, and it's 2-1 to Godinez. Izzy in 3 games versus Cowley, 2 for 7, a triple. She was also hit by a pitch, a couple of sacrifices. Pitch pop foul out of play, and it's 2-2. Starting in a little less than an hour at Hobart Detter Field, the decisive game number 3 between Hutchinson Baseball and Coffeyville. Denny Steckline with the call of that one here on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Now it's 2-2 to Godinez. There was that late breaking curve. Godinez fouls it off. Yesterday, Wenzel went 2 2/3 innings, allowed just 1 hit, struck out 4, and walked 1. Dragons had her on the ropes, bases loaded in the 6th inning, and they came up empty. That happened at the bottom of the 6th. Curveball outside, full count. That was in the top of the 6th inning. Then Lindsey Webb's 2-out RBI double gave Cowley the necessary run to finish off the 5-4 victory. Now the payoff to Godinez. Hit well to left field, drifting back his handicap. She's got it for out number 1. Izzy hit it well. 1 away, and now Becker Roberts. Cowley is a team that just doesn't beat itself. They are good defensively, good in the circle. They execute well offensively for Jenny Hoyt. There's a reason they are the defending Region 6 champions. Little looper to the 3rd baseman, Skylar Mega. She's got it, 2 away. I'll bring up 3rd baseman Cameron Pope. Cam now with the team high 62 hits, 422 average, 3 home runs, 33 RBIs. She had a couple of hits in the first game. Couple hits and 2 RBIs yesterday for Pope against Cowley. Curveball outside for ball 1. How disciplined the Blue Dragons will be on that particular pitch may very well determine whether it'll be a second championship game or not. That one misses wide. If the Dragons are able to lay off or at least catch it before it breaks, if the Dragons can lay off early, that's going to force Wenzel to bring it in a little bit. And then it's advantage Blue Dragons. Rise ball swung on and missed by Pope, and it's 2-1. Cam a team high 62 hits. The pitch. Curveball. Cam tried to take a shot the other way and fouls it off, and now it's 2-2. Logan Wenzel 5-0 against the Blue Dragon. Check that, 6-0. She did get the win. That's right, she came in the win relief in the extra inning game. So this 6-0 against Hutch. Line to right field, that's down for a hit. And that's just what we talked about, a very good hitting approach for Cameron Pope. A 2-out single to right field, and that'll bring up Raven Bass. Raven nearly broke the single season record for home runs. She hit one down the left field line earlier this morning against Coffeyville. Hit a foot below going out. Bass at 371, 15 home runs, 47 RBIs. First pitch is a swing and a miss. In the first game against Wenzel this year at April 17th against Fun Valley, Pope reached base 3 times, twice by base hit. So she's had some success against Logan. Curveball called strike, 0-2. Whether the umpire has a wide zone or a tight zone is also dependent on this. A lot of little factors working in to this championship game. The pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. Dragons get a 2-out single from Cameron Pope, and nothing else. We head to the bottom of the first. Dragons nothing, and the Tigers coming up. Sophomore DJ Cannon taking her warm-up tosses. This is Hutchinson's 6th postseason game. DJ has started 5 of them and has worked in all 6. Cannon for the season. Earlier today, winning her 21st game, 21-5 record with a 2.00 ERA, making her 26 starts. She's had 21 complete games, 2 saves. 161 in the third innings, pitched 135 hits allowed, 63 runs, 46 have been earned, 994 strikeouts. That matched her total from last year. 50 walks and opponents hitting 220 against. In the postseason, DJ 3-1 with a 2.62 ERA. Here's Brianna Fuchs to lead it off. Cannon's pitch. A little bit low, ball 1. Crowd still growing here on the north field of Hummer. The pitch. Rise ball upstairs, 2-0. DJ in the postseason now has worked 26 2/3 innings. 22 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned, 29 strikeouts, 8 walks. 2-0 is a strike. That pitch fouled off. Now it's 2-1. It's going to be 2-2 now. The pitch. Fly ball, shallow left. Back goes Godinez. In comes Roberts. They collide, but is the catch made? And it is. Now we got to see if Roberts and Godinez are okay. We've already had one collision. It looks like Becca Roberts is the one who took the brunt of that. Sports medicine staff and head coach Jamie Rose headed out there. We've already had one player from Coffeyville. They had a collision in the outfield. So one away, and now we check on the welfare of Becca Roberts. A little bit bigger outfield, so the outfield is playing a few steps deeper. It's about 5 feet longer all the way around the outfield fence than it is at Fun Valley. Becca looks like she's sitting up. Izzy Godinez looks okay. Fuchs had a high pop to shallow left. As he went back, Roberts came in. I think it was Izzy that made the catch. But then the two collided. Looks like Bree Johnson's running out a bottle of water. Roberts has been a tremendous addition to the Blue Dragon lineup this year, a transfer from Garden City Community College. And she immediately made an impact with her speed, first early in the season at the bottom of the order, then moving into the 2 slot. You know, I hear some laughter out there. That's a good sign. Now everybody appears to be getting up, and Becca makes to her feet as well. Ben Witz Jamie Rose still out there, or it's Jamie Rose still out there. I don't think Ben went out. Oh, Ben's up here up front with Ray Geary. They're making the announcement of lineups over on the south field between Highland and Johnson County. Highland must defeat Johnson County twice today. And DJ Cannon's going to join the fray. Just underway, the Dragons got a 2-out hit from Cameron Pope, but couldn't do anything else against Logan Wenzel in the top of the first. And then Brianna Fuchs was the first Cowley batter. And her high fly to left prompted the collision between shortstop Izzy Godinez and left fielder Becca Roberts. DJ is going to take some warm-up tosses in the circle. I think they're going to let Becca throw to make sure that there's good range of motion in the shoulders. Yeah, she's taking some tosses. So Becca Roberts up under her own power. She looks to be okay and looks like we'll be getting back to action shortly. Excuse me. Big hand for Becca Roberts. Also, Izzy Godinez okay. She was also involved in that collision. So now we get ready to get back to work. Taylor Perez will be the batter, hitting .379 for the Tigers, a homer and 28 RBIs. Good speed, 24 of 25 on the base paths. Interestingly enough, as much as Cowley steals, they did not attempt one stolen base in the regular season doubleheader at Fun Valley, nor did Hutchinson. Two of the better base stealing teams in the region. Strike from DJ Cannon. The line of the pitch is popped up. Foul territory. Cameron Pope cannot chase it down, though. And it's 0-2, new life for Perez. Perez 0 for 3 against Cannon yesterday. And in a championship-type setting, those are the plays you have to make. 0-2, the count to Perez, Cannon's pitch. Curveball, a good miss on 0-2, but it does miss, and it's now 1-2 to the Tigers' second baseman. Here's the pitch. Low and in. Now 2-2. Cannon pitched 13 2/3 innings against Highland. Through 13 innings yesterday and 3 earlier today. Jam shot, little roller to first. Raven Bass has it, flips to Bree Johnson, out. And there's 2 away. Good hustle by Bree to get over to cover the bag. Raven had a similar play in the first game, hesitated, then won the race to the bag with a fast Coffeyville runner. 2 up, 2 down for Heidi Nitch. Heidi yesterday 0 for 3 with a strikeout against Cannon. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a rise ball. Cannon 0 for 2 against Cowley this year, a 5.38 ERA. Both starts were complete games. The pitch lifted to center field, playable for Ashton Reynolds. In a few steps, she's got it, and DJ Cannon works a 1-2-3 first. After 1 in the championship game, there's no score. Welcome back to Hummer Park in Topeka on an absolutely gorgeous Sunday afternoon. Bryn Stockman, Natalie Semmel, DJ Cannon, 5, 6, and 7 here in the Dragons' second District E championship game. If you're a Blue Dragon fan, you want another one after this. Stockman's had a very nice postseason. And the first pitch from Logan Wenzel is taken downstairs, ball 1. Stockman 6 for 15 in the postseason. Lays off that curveball, and it's ball 2. 5 postseason RBIs, including a couple in the earlier game today. Bryn now hitting .366 for the year, 52 total hits, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, and 35 RBIs. .415 on base percentage for Bryn. Pitch on the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. Wenzel will lull you to sleep with those breaking pitches outside and then throw an inside change. Pitch. Curveball misses, 3-1. Again, I'll say this all day long against Logan Wenzel. The Dragons have to be disciplined on that pitch. Strike called inside corner. Full count. Bryn, 52 total hits this year. Low ball 4, it's a leadoff walk. Stockman had the walk-off hit against Heston last week in the 6-5 victory to clinch that opening series. And as bad as I was feeling all that afternoon, I was very thankful for that hit, and I told Bryn as much a few days later. Now Natalie Semmel, 2 hits, including a double and an RBI in game number 1. She uncorks one to shallow right center. It's going to drop for a hit. Speeding up to second is Stockman, and the Dragons have a little something going to start the second. A bloop single to right center. And that time the expansive outfield here at Hummer Park paid some dividends for the Blue Dragons. Now DJ Cannon will be the batter. DJ had a hit in the first game. 299 average, 3 homers, 20 RBIs. Cannon hitting in the postseason, and these are updated numbers. Cannon 3 for 12, was double, triple, and 3 RBIs. Cannon can bunt. DJ has 2 sacrifices this year. Showing bunt and takes a strike on the outside corner. Ben Whitsitt running through the signs. In the postseason against good teams, you always can't wait for the 3-run homer. Have to manufacture runs. The line in the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, and that was a bit of a wide berth. Now DJ down in the count, 0-2. So we appear to have a big zone. Remains to be seen if it will stay consistent. The 0-2 to Cannon. Screwball outside, 1-2. Dragons led 2-0, trailed 4-2 yesterday, then rallied to tie it at 4. Pitch misses low and away, and it's 2-2 to Cannon. Cowley dropped just 3 conference games this year. The pitch up the middle, that's a base hit. Stockman will be held at third, and the bases are loaded. So Cannon singles to load him up with nobody out. Semmel goes to second, Stockman to third, and Bree Johnson will be the batter. Bree had an RBI double, 2 hits. In fact, he also had a sacrifice fly for an RBI against Coffeyville. Bree now hitting .338, 2 home runs, 23 RBIs. The infield for Cowley is in at all 4 positions. Interesting early in the game with Cowley being the home team. The line in the pitch is popped up. A lot of foul ground, but it lands on the roof right over our heads. Bree has become a notorious first pitch swinger. Bases loaded situations this year. The Dragons hitting .364, 20 for 55. Bree Johnson 2 for 9 with the bases loaded. The pitch, curveball. Bree wouldn't chase, and it's 1-1. The pitch count. Oh, they say she went around? Or not? No, it's a ball. They did check, and she did. Lost track by the reaction of the fans. I was looking down at my computer. 1-1 to Bree Johnson. The line in the pitch. Popped up, left side. It will get out of play. And now Bree will hit from a 1-2 hole. Bree 5 for 8, 17 in the postseason. The pitch. Line to right center field. That's a base hit. Stockman will score. Rounding third is Semmel. She will score. Cannon will be held at third. It's a 2-run double for Bree Johnson, and the Dragons take a 2-0 lead. Just what the Dragons said. Hit the curveball the other way, and Bree Johnson on a 2-2 pitch got a Wenzel curveball and drove it to right center field. Semmel and Stockman both score, and Hutchinson takes the early lead 2-0. Now Ashton Reynolds will be the hitter. Ashton a couple of hits and 3 trips in the first game. That's a strike. Reynolds, the sophomore from Mount Hope. Hitting .338, 3 home runs. Pitch taken a little bit low, and right now you really like the plate discipline the Dragons are showing against Logan Wenzel. Dragons trying to score their first victory off of Wenzel in 7 tries. The pitch. Outside, 2-1. Cannon at third, Johnson at second. Still nobody out in the inning. There's a called strike. Now it's 2-2. 3 games versus Cowley this year. Ashton 1 for 7. Roll pops shallow center field. It's caught by the center fielder Fuchs. No tag, and that's the first out of the inning. So, 1 away now for Izzy Godinez. Godinez flew out to left her first time up. Now 2 for 15 in the postseason is Izzy. Izzy left the second game against Cowley on April 17th with a leg injury. She missed 4 games after that. The pitch. Curveball for a strike. Godinez, 2 for 7, now 2 for 8 against the Tigers. A triple. 3 runs scored. Wins in the line, the 0-1. Curveball, took a little something off him, and it sails outside for a ball, 1-1. Stockman walked, Semmel singled, Cannon singled to load him up, then Bree Johnson went the opposite way, a 2-run double to right center. And that's where we are to this point. Runners to the second and third, 1 out. The pitch. Showing bunt. Now a snap throw to third as the shortstop sneaks in behind. That's a set play. The third baseman crashes, and the shortstop Heidi Nitch will come in behind. Pretty good throw from Lindsey Webb. Count 1-2 to Godinez. Dragons would love to cash in with the 2 on the pond right now. 1-2. Fouled out of play to the right. Blue Dragons 37-10. Last 4 years have been a tremendous run for the Dragons. The pitch. Curveball outside, 2-2. Starting with Sarah Rothy's class in 2015. It's been a tremendous rise for Blue Dragon softball. Now the 2-2. Curveball just misses. Might have missed a little bit low, and the count is pulled to Izzy Godinez. Dragons lead 2-0 on Bree Johnson's 2-run double. the payoff. Line to center field. That's a base hit. Cannon scores. Johnson will be held at third. It's 3-0 Hutchinson. Nice at bat for Godinez. He battled back from down to the count. Godinez drives in her first postseason run, or first run against the Tigers this year. And drives in RBI number 31. Now it's Becca Roberts. Becca popped up to the third. Baseman Skylar Maga her first time. 1 out. Godinez with 16 stolen bases at first base. Good speed at third and Bree Johnson. So we'll see what the Dragons do here. Here's Wenzel's pitch. The bunt's down. It's a fairway. It's a good one. And everybody's going to be safe. A bunt single for Roberts, and the Dragons have him loaded. The perfect bunt single. Johnson stays at third. Godinez to second. And now Jenny Hoyt's going to come out to the circle and talk to Logan Wenzel. The Dragons have her on the ropes, leading 3-0. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Cameron Pope will be the batter. We're going to get a quick tweet out here. So the Dragons with 3 across in the inning. Cameron Pope will be the 8th batter of the inning. She had a bloop single to right fielder first time. 3 hits on the day. Cam now 7 for 11 against the Tigers. The line in the pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. So the Dragons' hitting approach has been a good one so far. The line of the pitch. Curveball misses outside, 2-0. Cowley fans to our left wanting that pitch. I'm right behind the plate. It's definitely wide. So advantage Pope in the count, 2-0. Johnson at third, Godinez at second, Roberts at first. Great speed. The pitch. 3-0 to Pope. Likely Cam will be taking all the way. 1 in the gap would probably clear them. That'd be fun to watch right now if you're a Dragon fan. 3-0, taking all the way as a strike. 3-1 now to Pope. Pope's, this is only the second time Pope's hit with the bases loaded this year. She's 1 for 1. 3-1. Takes a shot toward right field, but it hits foul. Now Wenzel brings the count back to full at 3-2. Dragons now 21 for 56 with the bases loaded. 3-0 Dragons. Chance for more. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the second. Still a long, long way to go. The pitch. Hit down the left field line, but it's going to go foul. So that time Wenzel tried to sneak one inside. Cameron fought it off. Former player Hannah Danielson, former Blue Dragon baseball player Jake Bublitz among the attendees over on the Dragon side. Talked to Bubs before the game. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground to the second base. They come home for the force, and the ball's dropped. The runner's safe. Lindsey Webb tried to hold the plate, but Taylor Perez's throw was wide. Johnson scores to make it 4-0. It'll be a fielder's choice and an RBI for Pope, and a throwing error on Taylor Perez. Dragons with a 4-0 lead. Now Raven Bass Curveball, a strike. Raven struck out her first time. Dragon fans a little upset at that pitch. It's been a wide zone. The 0-1. Changeup misses outside, 1-1 to Pope. The pitch. 2-1. Pitch outside and low. The pitch. Same pitch, and this time Raven chases. And now it's 2-2. See if Raven makes any bad adjustments here. 2-2 delivery. Curveball got her, a rise ball got her swinging. Bass strikes out for the second out. Now there's 2 away for Bryn Stockman, the 10th batter of the inning. Bryn walked to lead this thing off. Stockman walks, Semble singled, Cannon singled to load him up. Breed Johnson with the 2-run double after Ashton Reynolds flew out. Izzy Godinez drove him run with the single. Becca Roberts with a bunt single to load him up. It's outside, ball 1. Cameron Pope hit a ground ball to second baseman Taylor Perez, but the throw home was wide. That allowed Breed Johnson to score to make it 4-0. The pitch. Outside, 2-0. We've mentioned all season about the 2-out prowess of the Blue Dragons. 376 with 152 out RBIs. Stockman, a team high 19 2-out RBIs. He would love to add to that total right here. Swung over the top on an inside changeup, and it's 2-1. The pitch count now for Logan Wenzel at 60 through 1 2/3 innings. So the Dragons have ran the pitch count up and lead at 4-0. The pitch. Chased a rise ball, may have been out of the zone, but now it's 2-2. So the last couple, we've been talking about the Dragon hitting approach, but the Dragon last 2 at-bats have not been good approaches. Here's the 2-2. High fly ball to the left, playable toward the line for Henningkamp. She's got it just inside fair territory, and the inning is over. But the Dragons send 10 to the plate and score 4. They leave them loaded, though. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 big error, and 3 left on after an inning and a half. It's Hutchinson 4 and Cowley nothing. Twice in the Jamie Rose era have Blue Dragons softball won 3 games in one day. They did it 3 years ago at the Cowtown Classic in Fort Worth. And at the old Jayhawk crossovers, I believe it had been 2008, the Blue Dragons won 3 games in one day on the way to 2009, check that, on the way to a 5-0 Jayhawk crossover. So it has been done in Blue Dragon history, 3 wins in one day. 1 in the books, a 10-1 win over Coffeyville in 5 innings. And now the Dragons lead Cowley 4-0, bottom of the second. Brandy Hamilton, Ashton Friending, Keisha Hilty. The middle third of the Cowley order is set to face DJ Cannon. And Hamilton takes high, ball 1. Hamilton yesterday 1 for 3. In 3 games against the Blue Dragons. There's a pitch for a strike, and it's 1-1. Hamilton 4 for 11 with 3 RBIs. Line in the pitch. Lifted down the right field line, but it's hooking away from Bryn Stockman and will land foul. About 15 minutes from the start at Hobart Detter Field. If you're listening in Hutch, head out to the ballpark, but take your tablet, laptop, or phone. Go watch Blue Dragon baseball and keep up to date here with the video stream on your mobile device. 1-2 pitch upstairs, 2-2. Cannon's 2-2. Line to right field. That's a base hit. So, again, there is the execution by the Tigers. 2-2. Hamilton just shortened her swing and took an outside pitch the other way. And that's where the Tigers have hurt Cannon in past games. More times than not, DJ's been up and counts on Tiger batters, and they've gotten a lot of 2-out hits or 2-strike hits off of DJ. Now Ashton Friend. Friend 3 for 7, a double, a triple, 2 home runs against the Dragons. Curveball for strike 1. Actually, no, screwball with the left-hander. Yesterday, Friend 2 for 2 with the double. She had the game-winning hit. I think I said Webb, it was Friend. That pitch in the dirt, good stop by Natalie Semmel. And it's 1-1. Cowley got their leadoff batter aboard. Randy Hamilton a single. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a rise ball. The April 17th meeting at Fun Valley, a 6-2 Hutchinson loss. I've broke that game down to 3 pitches in the second inning. A 5-run second by Cannon. If she executes those pitches, a rise ball swung on a miss. That's a strikeout, 1 away. DJ with her first strikeout. Season strikeout number 195. So that's a season high for her. She had 194 as a freshman. Now Keisha Hilty and the Dragons have not been able to get the Hutchinson High product out. Keisha went 2 for 3 yesterday in 3 games against the Dragons. Hilty's 5 for 10 with a double. Strike called. Always a little weird seeing Keisha in another color uniform. I've known that young lady since she was about 3 years old. She turns on that pitch, but pulls it way foul. And she's down in the count, 0-2. Hilty for the season hitting .418, 3 home runs and 42 driven in. Cannon's 0-2. Curveball grounded to short. Godinez has second for 1. Johnson's throw not in time. But they got the lead runner on a 6-4 fielder's choice. 2 away now for catcher Lindsey Webb. Webb a .417 hitter, 10 home runs. That's a team high 35 RBIs. Webb 4 for 8 with a home run and 4 RBIs against the Dragons. She also has a double. Webb yesterday was 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. There's a strike. Just give me 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. Double on the home run came yesterday. That home run was a 3-run home run that gave Cowley a 4-2 lead after the Dragons took an early 2-0 lead. Cannon's pitch, change up, beautiful pitch. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Hilty at first, 2 away, bottom of the second, 4-0 Dragons. Cannon's pitch. Wouldn't chase the screwball, and it's 1-2. Good miss on 0-2. I'll say it all afternoon. Level of execution will be the difference if Hutchinson is to continue their season. Now the 1-2 change up. One hopper to short. Godinez has it. On to first. Low throw. Gets by Raven Bass. There's a lot of room around. Nobody's covering the plate. Semmel recovers and gets back. It'll be a throwing error on Godinez, and the inning stays alive, and that's just what I talked about. You cannot give the Cowley Tigers any extra chances. First error of the game for the Blue Dragons. And Skylar Maga will be the batter. Maga for 2 yesterday. So the inning should be over. Maga for 6 against the Dragons in 3 games this year. The pitch. Strike outside corner. Before yesterday's games, I personally text DJ Cannon, and I said you have to calmly battle through when things go bad. Right now, things are a little shaky for the Dragons after that error. Fight through the negativity calmly. This is one of those moments for DJ Cannon. 1-1. Outside, not by much, and it's 2-1. At times, that pitch has been strikes already in this game. At times, it is not. Outfield straight away. In center at the pitch. Lifted to center field. Long run for Ashton Reynolds. She makes the basket catch, and the inning is over. So the Dragons work through the error. No runs, a hit, 1 error, 2 left after 2. Dragons 4 and the Tigers nothing. Dragons sent 10 to the plate in the second, scored 4. Now Natalie Semmel leads off the third. Hutchinson with a 4-0 lead. A win here advances the Dragons to the IF championship game, game 7. Semmel singled and scored in that 4-run second. And that ball's hit well to center field and deep. Fuchs going back and makes the catch just short of the track. Center field at Hummer Park with the wind blowing in like it is where home runs go to die. That ball was hit a ton and would have been well out of Fun Valley. But we're not at Fun Valley. Here's DJ Cannon. A single and a run scored her first time. Pitch off the plate, wide ball 1. The dimensions at Hummer Park, if you didn't join us for the Coffeyville game, 5 feet longer all the way around in Fun Valley. 215 down the lines, 225 to dead center. Symmetrical ballpark. Pitch outside, 2-0 to Cannon. Pitch count on Logan Wenzel now through 2 1/3 innings, 65 pitches. Fastball a little bit low, 3-0 to Cannon. After Cannon, it's Bree Johnson. Johnson got the Dragons on the board with a opposite field 2-run double to right center. Taking all the way is Cannon, a strike called, 3-1. Johnson and Highland tied up in the District D final. And in the bottom of the second inning, Highland the home team. A little pop-up on the infield. Heidi Nitz, the shortstop, has it, and there's 2 away. Now Bree Johnson. If you're the Dragons, you want to keep the pedal to the metal, as they say in trucker terms. Do not let up and let this Cowley team in. They are an opportunistic team. They can score runs in bunches. Johnson first pitch swing, foul back over the top ups. Went chasing and pops one up. Randy Hamilton drops the ball, and that'll be an error. That extended the at-bat, so that'll be an error on the Tigers, their second of the game. And new life for Bree Johnson. Each team is Cowley now with 2 errors, Hutchinson with 1. The pitch. Misses a little bit low, and that incenses the Tiger fans. That was a pretty good pitch. That was a pretty good pitch. So now it's 2 straight pitches that Bree is living right. Wenzel's 1-2 curveball. Little roller along first, but it goes foul before Randy Hamilton can get to it. And that's now 3 straight pitches where Bree Johnson is staying alive. One-two pitch. Ground ball to third on the short hop, fielded by Maga. She pours it across, and the Dragons go in order in the third. We head to the bottom of the third, 4-0 Blue Dragons. Steve Carpenter, Sebastian Lucas with you from Hummer Park in Topeka. Championship of the Region 6 District D tournament. We're through 2.5. Hutchinson with a 4-0 lead on Cowley. DJ Cannon will work 9-1 and 2 here in the third. Henning Camp and then the top of the order, Fuchs and Perez. Henning Camp yesterday served as a flex player and played left field. Henning Camp hitting .375 for the year, 3 home runs and 11 driven in. Henning Camp's 1 for 3 against the Blue Dragons in 3 games. Cannon's first offering of the third is a strike inside corner. Corner's tight for the Dragons on the infield. Rise ball misses, and it's 1-1. Handicapped late on that swing and fouls off, and it's 1-2. The Division I Region 6 softball champion is Butler. What's new? They're the 2-time defending national champions. Now Division II looks to crown its 2 champions for 2018 on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout for Cannon. Hennenkamp goes down, the second strikeout for DJ. So through the first time around, Cannon allows one hit. The second runner reached on an error. Now Brianna Fuchs, she popped up to Izzy Godinez and flew out. That's when Izzy and Becca Roberts collide. Both players still in the game, thankfully. Curveball misses outside, ball 1 and high. Fuchs, 1 for 12 against the Dragons. They've done a nice job of neutralizing the speed at the top of the Cowley order. Jam shot popped up, but it's out of play. Cowley has hit .262 through the first 3 games against Hutchinson this year, the 2 regular season games and yesterday. 7 extra base hits. They've scored a total of 15 runs to Hutchinson's 7. Yet neither team has stolen a base in the season series. That is, for 2 teams who steal a lot, that's strange. 1-1 pitch. Misses low and kicks off the shin guard of Natalie Semmel. Very much the same way as last year. DJ Cannon has simply been DJ Cannon. The pitch. Fly ball right center field, fairly deep. Stockman going back, and she'll chase it down for out number 2. Good running catch for Bryn. And I'm still giving Bryn and Cam Pope a hard time. Those 2 videos we posted against Highland. Bryn Stockman's home run robbing catch, and then Cam Pope trashing the umpire. At last count, Cam's hit numbers are 7 times the number of Bryn Stockman. A little slap foul by Taylor Perez. So we know what the entertainment value is like between a home run rob and a trashing an umpire. We'll go with the umpire every time. Or at least 7 out of 8 people do, according to those video hits. Rise ball misses, and it's 1-1. But you got to admit, that was a funny video. 1-1 pitch from Cannon. Inside pitch. Did she go around? They are not going to check it. It's a ball inside, 2-1. 3 umpires in the Region 6 tournament. Normally teams work with 2 in the regular season. The pitch. Curveball misses. Close pitch. 3-1 though to Perez. Grabbed up off the foot of Cannon, and safe at first on the single is Perez, and that will get see if DJ's okay. That's the second time she's been drilled this year. Not nearly as scary as the first time on opening day. So a 2-out single. Everybody's going to make sure DJ is okay. Opening day against Pratt in the 4th inning. DJ took a line drive right off the side of the knee. Initially, we thought it was right off the kneecap because of the sound it made. You could hear it in my headset. Now, runner first 2 out for Heidi Nitch. We're at the center field. A nice running catch by Ashton Reynolds. Then the first. Probably see Perez going. Cannon's pitch. Runner does go. Line to center field. That's down for a hit. Perez makes the turn but stays at second. And the last 2 pitches, DJ has gotten a little fat. So Nitz singles, and they called her out. They must have called the runner out at first for leaving early, and that's the inning. So Taylor Perez called out for leaving early, and the inning is over. So take the single off the board, and the Dragons turn away the Tigers in the 3rd. We head to the 4th, 4-0 Hutchinson. Ashton Reynolds lead off the Dragon fourth. Hutchinson leading 4-0. Cowley will have the last at bat in this one. Reynolds lined out to center field her first time up and takes ball one from Logan Reynolds to start the fourth, or Logan Wenzel. Wenzel through 3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earns, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Curveball outside, 2-0 to Ashton. That was pitch number 75 for Wenzel. Bears to watch. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike at the knees. Good pitch from Wenzel. They are underway at Hobart Detter. We'll keep you up to date all afternoon long. 2-1's popped up on the infield. Third baseman. It drops for a hit. Maga thought Webb was going to catch it. Webb thought Maga was going to catch it. It drops in between 3 Tiger hitters for about a 10-foot hit. So the Dragons getting the breaks. Now the meeting in the circle between the Tigers. Izzy with an RBI single, her 3rd hit of the postseason, 2nd today. She's 1 for 2. We'll see if Ben Whitsitt will try to manufacture a run here. Is he a good bunter? Bunt, it's a good one. Back to the pitcher. Only play will be reversed to the high. Throws high down the line. Heading for third is Reynolds. And the throw comes home, and the Dragons have him. Well, that's the 3rd Cowley error of the game. Wenzel just airmailed that throw, and she had plenty of time. So now Becca Roberts, 2 on, nobody out. Here to start the 4th. Reynolds at third, Godinez at second. Obviously, Tigers looking safety squeeze. Third baseman Skylar Maga was literally in the umpire's face mask when that pitch was received. 1-0. Little tapper foul.
Take it with you, kid. Take it with you.
Becca's speed down the line as a slapper. Something to behold. Skylar Maga, a good 25 feet in front of third. First baseman Randy Hamilton now creeping in. The 1-1. Showing bunt, pitches a ball. Fake throw to third. 2-1 the count to Becca. Dragons with 7 hits so far off of Wenzel. There's a 2-1. Becca bunts through that one for a strike. And now it's 2-2. Now we'll see what Ben Whitsitt does to change up. Infield in for the Tigers at 3 of the 4 positions. Now second baseman Taylor Perez moving in. The pitch. Got her swinging. It's a big first out for Logan Wenzel. A strikeout of Robert. She's 1 for 3. Now Cameron Pope. Cam 1 for 2. She has an RBI. She reached on a fielder's choice when the Tigers tried to come home to get the force on Bree Johnson. But Taylor Perez's throw was wide of the bag as Lindsey Webb tried to hold the base. Johnson scored to make it 3-0. The Dragons tacked on 1 more. Lead at 4-0. Dragons had first, second, and third, nobody out. First pitch swinging Pope. Back to the screen for strike 1 on a foul ball. If you get 1 here, that continues to put the pressure on Cowley. If you get out of this with no run scored, that might ignite the Tigers. Right now, it's something the Dragons do not want to do. Keep the sleeping giant sleeping. The pitch. A little bit low, 1-1 to Cam. Cam 4 RBIs in her last 2 games. check that, 5 now in the last 2 plus. The pitch pulled foul, and now Pope will battle from a 1-2 hole. Not much wind to speak of, just a gentle breeze keeping things nice and comfortable here at Hummer Park. One, two. Pull foul. And that pitch count. And Wenzel only threw 1 game yesterday. 1 plus. Let me correct that. She defeated Cloud County 1-0 in the first round, and then came in to pitch the final 2 2/3 to get the win of Cowley's 5-4 win over Hutch in the winner's bracket final. The pitch grounded to second. This should get there. A best bobble. The run will score. They should have sent Izzy, but she put the brakes on. Had no momentum, but a run will score to make it 5-0. An error on Taylor Perez, her second of the game. Now Raven Bass, 5-0 Hutchinson. Cowley has committed 4 errors, and Jenny Hoyt will go to the circle and bring the entire infield in. We're going to take a quick break so I can get a tweet out. 5-0 Hutch here in the 4th. Dragons have won across, runners with the corners, 1 out. Raven Bass, the batter, now leading 5-0. Lindsay Webb will go through the signs. Fly ball, shallow center, could be trouble. And it drops in for a hit. Coming down the line to score is Godinez. She's safe. Now the ball gets passed, and the runners will move up 60 feet. It's 6-0 Hutchinson. The Tigers flat panicked on that play. A bloop single by Roberts, or by Bass. And then an error on the center fielder, Fuchs. And that may be it for Logan Wenzel, as Jenny Hoyt may figure to save her for the championship game. We're going to get defensive changes. We'll tell you about them right after this. 6-0 Blue Dragons. Madison Llewellyn comes in to pitch for the Cowley Tigers. replaced with Logan Wenzel. Dragons with 2 in the inning. All unearned. Bryn Stockman the batter. Cameron Pope at third. Raven Bass at second. Her RBI single made it 6-0. And it's strike 1 from Llewellyn. Llewellyn making her 20th appearance of the year. 2-1 record. 11 saves. 6.38 ERA. Pitch and hitter gets away back to the screen. Coming down the line to score is Pope to make it 7-0. That'll be a pass ball charged to Lindsey Webb. Bass moves up to third. Pope scores. And it's 7-0. It's a 3-run Dragon fourth. Good curveball, strike called on the inside corner. And it's 1-2. Still just 1 out, ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Bass will score to make it 8-0, and Bryn Stockman comes through again on a 1-2 pitch, driving one up the middle. Bass scores. All the runs unearned, but it's 8-0 Hutchinson, and Natalie Sem will be the batter. There's a strike. The pitch. Matt changes on that one. Now she's down to the count 0-2. The pitch was way out of the zone. Ashton Friend was a starter yesterday in the winner's bracket final. Here's the pitch. A little bit low. Good stop by Lindsey Webb. And it's 2-2. 8-0 Hutchinson, a pair of 4-run innings. And while the Dragons have done their own work, Cowley has helped out with 5 errors. The pitch. Downstairs 2-2. The pitch. Way outside, full count. So Semmel's worth the count full from trailing in the count 0-2. We were told that things got a little chippy at Hobart Detter yesterday. Tensions appear to be high once again. A text I just got from my daughter-in-law. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped up, shallow left, drifting back is Nitch. Looking up into that high sky, makes the catch for out number 2. So Semmel now 1 for 3. And now DJ Cannon a chance to help herself out and pad this 8-run lead. Cannon 1 for 2, a single and a run scored in the second. She popped out to Nitch at short in the third. 8 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 4 left on for Hutch. No runs, 2 hits, 5 errors, 2 left on for Cowley as Cannon takes low ball 1. Dragon baseball with a 1-0 lead. That one's flared foul off to the left. Brock Schaefer scoring on a Bobby Morganson sac fly in the bottom of the first. Here's the 1-1 to DJ. High and outside, 2-1. Two-one pitch, fouled straight back. Good cut from DJ. DJ's single in the second was an opposite field shot. She just flared one to left. Like to see her take that same approach here in this at bat. Here's 2-2. Got her swinging, and the inning is over. 4 unearned runs, but they still count all the same. 4 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors, 1 left. Halfway through, 8-0 Hutchinson. Hutch with an 8-0 lead. We're going to have some changes, I believe. We'll get those as they come in. And I'm talking about Cowley changes. Everything for Hutchinson looks to be the same. Mitch, Hamilton, and Friend, 3-4-5 here on the Cowley fourth. Hutchinson's out hit Cowley 9-2. Heidi Nitch, Heather's her sister, Heidi flew out to center field. Heidi was batting when Taylor Perez was cut down trying to advance on a potential wild pitch. But Natalie Semmel, with a little bit of help from the men in blue, I think the Dragons got the benefit of that call, and that's how the inning ended. And now Nitch should lead off. Pulled foul. Actually, Nitch was hitting. I mean, correct that. Nitch was hitting, and Perez, she singled, and Perez was called for leaving the base too soon. That's what it was. Sometimes those on the computer, sometimes that doesn't read. You got to hit the memory banks to remember exactly what happened, because it just shows as a 3 unassisted. So Nitch loses a single on that. Lefty-lefty matchup. Cannon's pitch. High pop, foul territory. Campup gives chase, but it lands behind the Cowley dugout. And it's 0-2. Four unearned runs in the third, or in the top of the fourth, give Hutch a 8-0 lead. The pitch, change up misses, kind of got away from DJ. We were talking about the 6-2 game earlier, and I took it down to 3 pitches. Those are the types of pitches that DJ did not execute on those 3 particular pitches. That was lifted to left center field, shallow. Reynolds and Roberts, and it's Becca Roberts calling it and making the catch for out number 1. One away for first baseman Randy Hamilton. Hamilton singled and then was erased on a fielder's choice. Even though Jamie Rose doesn't want to, she wants to stay in the moment. She still needs to look ahead about being efficiency. Ground ball, hard hit, and it's past Bree Johnson into right field. She tried to backhand it. An error is given, and I concur. So the Dragons commit their second error of the game. 1 on, 1 out for Ashton Friend, the designated player. Strikeout victim her first time. DJ not striking a ton out. Pitch upstairs. Right now at this time, you don't want to see a lot of strikeouts. You just want to pitch to the defense, let the defense make the plays. Well, the Dragons have committed their second error in this one. The pitch upstairs, 2-0. Close pitch. Dragons don't get the call. Big inning for the Dragons, but they can keep Tigers down. Upstairs, 3-0. That's 3 straight rise balls that have missed. Hamilton at first, reaching on the air. The cripple, upstairs, ball 4. First walk issued by DJ Cannon. She has 2 strikeouts. Now Keisha Hilty, the batter. Hilty hit into a fielder's choice. Keisha's been a pain in the Dragons' side all season. Nat Semmel goes out, talks to DJ, tried to get her to calm down a little bit. DJ's pitch count this game, 53. The pitch, upstairs. So DJ struggling with her command a little bit in the last few pitches, and that will bring Ray Aguirre out, the Blue Dragons' first-year pitching coach. The Dragon pitching staff in 2018, the #1 pitching staff in the Jayhawk East. A team ERA get to the right page here, and I'll tell you what that team ERA is. 2.62. The 1987 Blue Dragons had a 1.97 team ERA, but that's also when the pitching rubber was at 40 feet, a much different game than it is today. So when we talk about Blue Dragon records, we are talking about records since 2004 with a general mix. We have a few mixed into the olders. Tammy Parrish was a tremendous pitcher for the Dragons back in the late 1980s. But because there were no consistent season or game or career records before 2004, when I started over, we just started the record books there. Now Keisha Hilty runs the first and second. Strike called. Hard hit ball. That's into right field for a base hit. They will wave Hamilton. Here comes a throw, and not in time. The ball gets away, and now Hilty will move up to second base on an error. So they're on the Cowley's on the board, 8-1. And the throwing error on right fielder Bryn Stockman allows Hilty to go to second. So the Dragons with 2 errors in the inning. Second and third, 1 out for Lindsey Webb. Combined 8 errors in this one. Probably shouldn't have let the throw come home. But that's in hindsight. Now the Dragons must work out of this negative situation with minimal damage. Hit to right field on the run. Stockman is down the line and a fair ball. This will plate 2, and Webb will head for third. Stockman just getting the ball in now. It's a 2-run triple for Webb, who's had a huge weekend. And the Dragons now lead it 8-3. They have made the adjustment, now going the other way on Cannon. Hilty and Friend both score. Here's Skylar Maga. Lead still at 5. Strike called. A curveball. DJ cannot be afraid to come inside on these Cowley righties. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. DJ has always been the pitcher that works the outer half against righties. Last year as a freshman, she hardly ever went inside. Ray Geary's been working with that particular facet of her game. Tigers also crowding the plate, taking away the inner half. 0-2 pitch. Got her swinging, a big strikeout for out number 2 as Maga goes down. And that'll bring up Taylor Henningkamp, the left fielder, strikeout victim her first time. Third baseman Cam Pope in tight. Also Raven Bass at first in looking bunt. Pitch to Henningkamp is high and tight, ball 1. This is by far the most pitches of any single inning for DJ. It was a 21 pitch inning so far. Strike at the letters, 1-1. Now the 1-1. Rise ball misses, 2-1. Update from Hobart Detter. Coffeyville gets 2 on in the second, but rolls into a double play. Dragons lead 1-0, bottom of the second. The winner goes to Wichita to face Cowley. 2-1 pitch. Grounded to third. Cam Pope fields it on the short up. Strong throw over, and the inning is over. So a couple of errors put the Dragons behind the 8 ball. Cowley comes up with 3 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 Dragon errors and 1 left. We've completed 4. Our new score, Dragons 8 and the Tigers 3. Three innings to go, and we'll see if the Blue Dragons can stem the Tigers' tide. Hutchinson scored 4 runs in the top of the 4th, taking 8-0 lead. And then Cowley struck back for 3 runs in the bottom. Now Hutchinson leads 8-3, top of the 5th. It will be Bree Johnson, Ashton Reynolds, and Izzy Godinez. Bree with a 2-run double to get the Dragons started in the second. She's 1 for 2. Madison Llewellyn in relief of Logan Wenzel. Ball 1. Neither side has been particularly happy with the strike zone. It's been fluctuating a little bit. The pitch. Rise ball popped up. Maybe a play, but it lands on the netting above the Dragon fans. And it's 1-1. Bree Johnson's double. She fought off several 2-strike pitches before going the other way with that Wenzel curveball. The pitch. Little roller along first, fielded by Hamilton. She'll tag out Johnson, and there's 1 away here in the Dragon 5th. Now Ashton Reynolds, 1 for 2. Her hit went about 40 feet straight up and about 7 feet away from home plate and landed in front of, right between 3 Tiger defenders. Hitting with the bases empty, 1 away here in the 5th. Upstairs, ball 1 from Llewellyn. Line in the pitch. High fly, shallow right. Keisha Hilty drifts under it, makes the catch, 2 away. 2 up, 2 down for Izzy Godinez as the Dragons go the 4th time around the order here in game number 6 of the District E tournament. Izzy 1 for 3, reached on an error in the 4th and scored. She was just trying to drop down a sacrifice bunt. And Logan Wenzel airmailed the throw down the line as he takes ball 1.
Standing on the line, Blue. It can't be inside.
A pitch. Strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Cozy confines here at Hummer Park. I mean, last year we broadcast from here. The pitch. A little bit low, 2-1. Hutchinson softball moves to Division I after a 8-year run in Division II. Godinez takes a shot to right and fouls it off, and now it's 2-2. Dragons trying to force a second championship game. They've got the lead, now they just need to finish it off. Long way to go. The pitch, high and outside, full count. Llewellyn, again, 19 appearances, 11 saves, but an elevated 6.38 earned run average. High fly, shallow center. In comes Fuchs. She's got it, and the Dragons go in order in the 5th. Time the Dragons to turn the momentum. Cowley trying to come back, but Hutchinson leads 8-3. Big inning for DJ Cannon and the Blue Dragons. They lead 8-3. Cowley scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th and quickly take care of the Dragons in the top of the 5th. DJ Cannon will face the top of the order, Fuchs, Perez, and Nitch. Down at Hobart Detter, Miguel Reyes just worked a 1-2-3 third inning with just 6 pitches. Love for DJ Cannon to have one of those here in the 5th. Brianna Fuchs 0 for 2, a pair of flyouts. Cannon's pitch count at 63. High and outside, ball 1. Ball 2 a little bit high. 8 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors, 5 left on for Hutch. Cowley 3 runs, 4 hits, 5 errors, 3 left on. Now 3-0. An auspicious start to the inning. Raven Bass is going to come in and talk. Give her a quick word. DJ has thrown a ton of pitches over the last 3 weeks. Way outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk. And that's usually never a good sign. So we'll see. Now the Dragons work it. Taylor Perez will be the batter. 1 for 2. Taylor's had kind of an up and down day. She's committed a couple of errors, left the base early to end an inning, taking away ahead. There's a strike. Fuchs with great speed. .43 for 43 on the base paths. The 0-1 runner goes, pitches high. Semmel's throw not in time. Throw kind of tailed in. Now Izzy Godinez might have gotten a cleat from Fuchs as she steals the base. Izzy health-wise kind of living on the edge right now. She's already been collided into with Becca Roberts and now cleated by Brianna Fuchs. Dragons lead 8-3, but has now become tenuous. Pitch popped up toward the Cowley dugout and it lands on the netting, out of play. Right now that runner at second really meaningless in terms of the grand scheme. Pitch upstairs, 2-2. If the Dragons can complete this one, it'll be career win number 44. Ground ball up the middle, diving stop by Bree Johnson. That'll save a run, but it'll be an infield single. Fuchs to third, runners at the corners, nobody out for Heidi Nitch. Tying run still in the dugout for the Tigers, and Jamie Rose would just as soon keep it there. Right now, the Dragons would trade an out for a run for an out. Nitch 0 for 2, a pair of flyouts. Upstairs, ball 1, the throw down. Bree Johnson cuts off the throw. It's a stolen base. Second and third now, stolen base for Perez. And the Tiger fans can feel it. Dragon fans a little nervous right now. Infield back would give up a run for an out. The pitch upstairs, 2-0. And now Deej is consistently missing high with the rise ball. They're through 3 at Hobart Detter, 1-0 Blue Dragons over Coffeyville. That game 3. A little bit low, pretty good looking pitch, but it's 3-0 now to Nitch. So how much longer will Jamie Rose and Ray Aguirre go with a very tired DJ Cannon? Taking all the way is Nitch. It's a strike and the count 3-1. Natalie Semmel with the signal. Now Cannon's delivery. Curveball for a strike, and she's come back to fill the count on Nitch, 3-2. Cannon with just a couple of strikeouts. A third would look good right here. The pitch popped up. Will it stay in for Semmel? It won't. Absolutely glorious day weather-wise. Just a touch of wind. Very high, thin cloud deck up top. 3-2 pitch. Popped up. Shallow center. Back goes Godinez. Makes the catch. Tagging. There could be a play at the plate. She is safe. I think that was a pretty good call. But I think Jamie Rose is going to maybe want to appeal. So Nitch with a sac fly to make it 8-4. Perez will go to third. There will be no appeal. So 1 out in the inning. Again, the Dragons will give up the run for the out as Randy Hamilton steps in. She's been on base twice with a single and an error. So the Dragons' 8-run lead cut in half. That was a close play at the plate, but the proper call. Screwball misses outside by a hair, ball 1. Hamilton, Friend, and Hilty, the middle third of the Cowley order, been tough on the Dragons this year. Changed up, fouled out of play. The count's 1-1. Next year, that young lady in the circle will travel just a little further down I-70 to the east and pitch at UMKC next year. And that young lady in the circle does not take warm and fuzzy classes yet. She's one of the top students at Hutchinson Community College. The pitch. Called strike outside corner, 1-2. Right off the top of my head, I can't remember DJ's major, but it is not general studies. The pitch. Hit toward the gap, right center field. Stockman on the run. Makes the catch. Going down the line is Perez, and she makes a base running mistake and doesn't score. She thought the ball was going to be dropped and did not tag up, and the Dragons catch a huge break. Bryn Stockman with another running catch. Taylor Perez has had an up and down day for the Tigers, and this base running mistake potentially cost them a run. She's already been called out for leaving the base early. Now Friend, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. 2 out now. Pitch outside, ball 1. It was Bryn Stockman playing the first inning against Coffeyville that turned that game around. Will that catch do the same here in game number 2 of the afternoon? The pitch popped up. Foul territory. Semmel gives chase, but it lands well out of play. According to the reactions, some of the fans to my right, that just about clocked somebody. 1-1 the count to Friend. The pitch. Fouled out of play to the right. 1-2. Cannon's pitching line, 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 run, 2 earned, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Here's the 1-2. Fly ball down the right field line. Stockman giving chase, and it lands just out of play. Dragons trying to stem the tide here in the 5th. Cowley has 1 across. But the inning was set up big. And Now see if the Dragons can get out of it with just 1 run scored. Cannon's 1-2. Just misses low, 2-2. We are now to the point in the game where pretty much every pitch is a nail biter. Two-two delivery. Ground ball in the center field, a base hit. It's 8-5. So Perez gets bailed out. An RBI single for Friend. She continues to scorch the Dragons. 5 unanswered now for the Tigers. And Keisha Hilty will be the batter. Hilty 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a run scored. Over on the other field, Johnson County leads Highland 5-2 in the 6th. Johnson wins that, it's over. Cannon's pitch way upstairs, ball 1 on pitch number 90 of the game. 6 hits now for the Tigers. Curveball just misses, 2-0. Right now the zone is a bit perplexing. And it's been perplexing for both sides. The pitch. Hard hit ball past Johnson in the right for a hit. Friend stops at second, 2 away for catcher Lindsey Webb. Webb had a 2-run triple her last time. We're probably going to get a pinch runner for Friend. Jamie Rose is going to head to the circle and talk to DJ Cannon. And we are going to have a pitching change. Des Schultz is going to come in. DJ's battled. She's got the Dragons the lead. Now let's see if Des Schultz can hold on for her. Pitching change coming up. We'll tell you about it right after this. So Destiny Schultz comes in to try to stem the tide. Hutchinson's lead now down to 8-5. It was once 8-0. She takes over for DJ Cannon, who works 4 2/3 innings. We'll get the numbers here shortly. Des came in earlier today, worked the final 2 innings of Hutchinson's 10-1 win over Coffeyville. Schultz 11-5, 2.84 ERA. 93 2/3 innings pitched. 94 hits, 53 runs, 38 earned, 69 strikeouts, and 258 average. So here we go. Lindsey Webb, the catcher, and Schultz pitches in, ball 1. Drop change misses, 2-0. So the Tigers have all the momentum right now. This is one of those instances where the Dragons have to calmly work through the negativity. The pitch popped up. As he goes, Dinez Bree Johnson. Johnson has it, and the inning is over. Cowley comes up with 2 runs on 3 hits and strands 2. After 5, our new score, Dragons 8 and the Tigers 5. Two innings to go at Homer Park. Hutchinson with an 8-5 lead now. Coffeyville ties up Hutchinson baseball. 1-1. They head to the 5th at Hobart Detter. It is Becca Roberts, Cameron Pope, and Raven Bass due here in the 6th against Madison Llewellyn, who was in relief of Logan Wenzel. Pitch outside. Becca in this one, 1 for 3. Dragons need to get some momentum back. Strike on the outside corner, and the count evens at 1-1. We can talk about all the what-ifs and whereases, but right now, this is time to sit back and take it inning by inning. A little tapper along third. That's foul. Not by much. Again, it's not where the player is when they touch the ball. It's where the ball is when it is touched. And that was close to being a fair ball, fielded a fair ball. Roberts down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Little tapper to third, fielded by Maga. She pours it across in time. 1 away here in the Dragons 6th. Good play by Skylar Maga. Now Cameron Pope. She's been on base all 3 times. 1 for 3. Couple of RBIs. 1 run scored. She's singled, reached on the fielder's choice, drove in a run, and reached on an error and drove in a run. Hitting bases empty. 1 away here in the 6th. The pitch. Strike called. High fly to the left. Back a few steps is Henningkamp. She's got it measured 2 away. So that great hitting approach earlier in the game is being countered by the Tigers. Now Raven Bass. Raven could give the Dragons the momentum with 1 swing of the bat. This will be the first time she faces Llewellyn. Swings and misses on an outside pitch. Raven with power to right field. She's hit a couple of home runs this year to right and right center. Well, when there is would help it if she goes that way. Pitch a little bit low. One the count to Raven Bass. Foul back, pretty good cut. Now it's 1-2. So again, through 4 at Hobart Detter, Hutchinson and Coffeyville tied 1-1 in that decisive game 3. 1-2 pitch. Bass fouls it off, stays alive. And now Dragon fans is kind of nervous right at this point. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, back to the screen. No runners are on base, so no added ill effect. Bass can extend the inning. It'll be Bryn Stockman. Here's the pitch. Foul back. There's another game 3 going on today in baseball. Johnson County leads Cloud County 5-2 in the third. Those games in Overland Park. The pitch. Curveball misses, 3-2. So Bass and Llewellyn went full on the count. Over on Southfield, District D tournament, bottom of the 6th. Johnson County leads Highland 5-2. Highland running out of chances. 3-2 pitch. Got her swinging and the inning is over. Llewellyn challenged Bass and won the battle. Dragons go in order in the 6th. Head to the bottom of the inning. 6 big outs to go for Hutchinson to extend the season. They lead Cowley 8-5. After what was a rocky freshman year, sophomore Destiny Schultz has put herself in position with a turnaround sophomore season to try to advance the Dragons season one more game. And these are the types of games that she's wanted to pitch in. She's got her opportunity. She has a 3-run lead with 2 innings to go. Cowley will have the last at bat. Maga, Henningkamp, and Fuchs, 8-9-1 here in the 6th. Back on April 17th, Destiny Schultz was a hard luck loser, losing a 4-3 game in 8 innings. So here we go in the 6th. So Des has thrown well against the Tigers. That's the point trying to make. The pitch. Little pop up, foul right side. Nobody can get to it. Skylar Maga 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. Des came on with 2 outs in the 5th to get out of a jam. Keep the Dragons lead at 3. The pitch, slice foul, 0-2 to Maga. Back on that April 17th outing, Schultz pitched 8 innings, which is a career long, allowed just 6 hits, 4 runs. She only struck out 2, but she only walked 2 in that tough luck loss. Hutchinson should have won that game. The 0-2, pop foul again, out of play. One of the reasons why Des was so good in that game is her ability to pitch inside to the Cowley hitters. Outside of Fuchs and Perez, pretty much a right-handed hitting lineup, and Keisha Hilty, of course. 6 of the 9 are righties. The pitch. Little comebacker right back to Schultz. She has it over the Bass, 1 away. Now Taylor Henningkamp, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out to third baseman Cam Pope. If Des were to finish this thing out, it would be a save. For all those stats-minded people out there. The pitch. Curveball a little bit low. Line the pitch. A little bit high. 2-0. That pitch at times has been called. Again, the strike zone a little perplexing, but it has been that way for both teams. Both fans a bit out of sorts with the zone. Ground ball fielded by Schultz. Underhand flip to Bass. 2 away. That was a very quick play, but a great glove by Dez. 2 up, 2 down. Back to the top of the order, and Brianna Fuchs. Fuchs 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. It was Fuchs who led off the 5th with a walk. And if I can go through both baseball and softball this year to see how many times a leadoff walk is scored in a particular inning, I'll bet you it's 80% plus. Strike called outside corner. Denny Matthews, the Hall of Fame Royals announcer, talks about leadoff walks late. This year in 2018, it's been leadoff walks whenever. Hard hit ground ball short. Godinez has it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Des Schultz and the Blue Dragons. We head to the 7th, Dragons 8 and the Tigers 5. Along with Sebastian Lucas, Steve Carpenter with you from Hummer Park in Topeka. Championship game of the Region 6 District E tournament. The Dragons need to win to force a second championship game. We go to the 7th inning, 8-5 Hutch. Bryn Stockman, Natalie Semmel, DJ Cannon to face Madison Llewellyn, who has calmed the Dragon bats down. Dragons finally got a hold of Logan Wenzel. If they can hold on, would give her the first loss against Hutchinson in her career. Ball 1 to Bryn Stockman, an RBI single in the 4th, 1 for 2 with the run scored. She walked and scored in the 2nd. Stockman lines one to right center field. That's a hit, and will plug the gap and roll at least to the warning trap. Stockman to second, and she'll pull up there with the leadoff double. That's the best ball hit off Llewellyn today, and it goes to right center field. Opposite field shot. That for Bryn is double number 10. So now here's Natalie Semmel. Big insurance run out at second base. Minimum, you'd like to see Nat hit behind her and move her up to third. The pitch. That's a line to left center field. That's a hit. It will plug the gap. Rounding third is Stockman to score, and Natalie Semmel delivers again. 9-5 Hutchinson. So forget about hitting behind her. Just plug the gap and drive her in. Semmel drives in her first run of the game, her second hit. She's 2 for 4, and now it's DJ Cannon. Deej 1 for 3, a single and a run scored in the 2nd. Hard hit ball to second, fielded by Taylor Perez, but she hits behind the runner to move it up. That is called a productive out. Semmel moves up to third now, one away for Bree Johnson. Dragons stop the Cowley momentum. Shelby Felvis is going to pinch run for Natalie Semmel at third. So one insurance run already in. And now Bree Johnson goes after another. Johnson got this thing started with a 2-run opposite field double in Hutchinson's 4-run second, showing bunt, and it's bunted foul. The 0-1. Lifted to center field, should be deep enough to score the run, and it's over the head of the center fielder, Fuchs. Felvis will score. It's an RBI double for Bree Johnson. It's 10-5 Hutchinson. Bree with her second double and third RBI of the game. And the Dragons have 2 in the inning and lead it by 5 once again. Ashton Reynolds will be the hitter. Ashton is 1 for 3, but she's hit the ball hard all 3 times. First pitch swing is Reynolds, grounded to short. And Nitch will throw out Reynolds for the second out. So Izzy Godinez will hit for the 5th time in the game. Izzy 1 for 4 with the run scored, also an RBI single in the second. Pitch is a strike. That pitch misses. Stats, tweeting, and play-by-play. Sometimes you're going to get a little dead air. A line in the pitch. That hit her. Godinez wears a pitch. She was also hit by the Tigers yesterday. Now Jamie Rose comes down. Talk to Becca Roberts and see if we have a lineup change. The lineup card is out. May pinch run for Izzy. Again, she's still running on a bad wheel. Well, we're going to get a pinch hitter as the Dragons go for the kill shot. Kiara DeCrane will pinch hit for Becca Roberts. Becca will re-enter. So Kiara DeCrane will pinch hit. Key hitting .376 on the year, 9 home runs, 32 RBIs. Johnson at second, Godinez at first. 2 away, 2 already across in the inning, 10-5 Hutch, top 7. Ball 1. That was an interesting sequence. Key was asking for time. It wouldn't be granted. The pitch was delivered. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but it was called a ball. Upstairs, 2-0 now to DeCrane. Dragon pinch hitters this year, 6 for 14. This is DeCrane's first official pinch hit. Pitch outside, snap throw to second. Back in safely is Bree. 3-0 now to DeCrane. This is actually Key's third pinch hitting plate appearance. She's been walked twice. And she's 3-0 in this at-bat. Key taking all the way, ball 4. So 3 pinch hit plate appearances, and Kiara DeCrane has walked all 3, and this one loads the bases for Cameron Pope. Now Becca Roberts will re-enter and run at first base. So it's just a simple re-enter. Bree Johnson at third, Izzy Godinez at second, Becca Roberts at first, Cameron Pope the batter. Cam 1 for 4, a couple of RBIs on a fielder's choice and an error. So Cam's been productive. Pace is slowed down considerably by both teams. Here's the pitch. Pope winds one over the right field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Godinez. The throw's cut off, the run scores. And going to third is Roberts. She's called out, but the inning is over, but the Dragons plate 4 in the inning. 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. No errors and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Our new score, Hutchinson 12 and Cowley 5. Not good news from Hobart Detter Field. Coffeyville leads Hutchinson 2-1 in that decisive game number 3 as they go to the 6th. Here, much better news. Dragons 3 outs away from forcing a second championship game. 3 4-run innings in the 2nd, 4th, and 7th. Dragons with 12 runs on 13 hits. Cowley with 5 runs on 7 hits. There's been a combined 8 errors in this one. And now Des Schultz will try to complete the save. Perez, Nitch, and Hamilton here in the bottom of the 7th. Dragons led 8-0. Then the lead cut to 8-5. Now it's 12-5. Taylor Perez 2 for 3. She's had an up and down day. She's committed a couple of errors. She was called out once for leaving the base early, taking a hit away from Heidi Nitch, and then nearly cost her team a run, failing to tag up on a fly ball that Brent Stockman caught. Little tapper foul. Sounds like Johnson County just finished off Highland over on the south field. They're going to nationals. The pitch. A little bit high, 2-1. Right now, if you're Dez, you just want to pound the zone. Don't try to nibble. Just pound the zone and let the chips fall where they may. The pitch, way upstairs, 3-1. The last thing you want to do is walk the leadoff batter. Schultz worked a 1-2-3-6. She's retired. The only 4 batters she's faced in this one. She's down to the count, 3-1 on Perez. Hard hit ball right side, backhand to stop Johnson. Quick throw to first is wide. On the way to second is Perez. That'll be a single and an error. Actually, a 2-base error. I think they would have got her. So now Heidi Nitch. Dragons commit their 4th error of the game. All right, now that run at second, very inconsequential. It's the ones that get put on behind her. First pitch from Schultz is a screwball outside. DJ Cannon went through the first 3 innings scoreless and then gave up 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and was lifted. Good drop change, swung through and missed. Again, I equate that to a baseball pitcher's 12-6 curveball. It just literally drops off the table right at the end. Drop change is a nasty pitch for Des Schultz. Rise ball upstairs. 2-1. Coffeyville now leads 3-1 over Hutchinson at Hobart Detterfield, going to the bottom of the 6th. Dragons have had one of the most prolific offenses in the Jayhawk this year. It's about time they wake it up. Ground ball in the right center field for a base hit. Perez will be waved to score, and it's 12-6. Unearned run. And the first 2 have reached here in the 7th. And you didn't think Cowley would go quietly. They can win, they end it. So why not put everything in the tank and try to make one of the biggest comebacks in Region 6 tournament history. Randy Hamilton, the batter, 1 for 3, a run scored. Curveball fouled out of play to the right. We anticipate, if this ends, be about a 25-minute to 30-minute delay between games. There's the pitch upstairs, 2 and a 1-1. Ground ball up the middle, and it's in the center for a hit. Nitch will go to third. The throw will come to second. That's 3 straight to reach here in the 7th. So now Jamie Rose, who was down by the bullpen, starting to make her way toward the circle, and we'll get the official call for time. It's 12-6 now. And we'll see how Jamie Rose chooses to work designated player Ashton Friend. Jamie will stick with Des Schultz. Now 9 hits for Cowley. The Dragons about hit him 13-9. That 13 hits against Cowley this year is season high against the Tigers. Jenny Hoyt was just making sure that Friend was reinserted. She was pinch ran for her last at bat. She's had a big bat all weekend. A little bit low ball 1. Right now, if you're a Dragon, you just want to see the first out go on the board. Dez was very sharp in the 6th. Hard hit ball, foul outside of 3rd. Right now, the tying run still sitting in the dugout. For the Blue Dragons, that's where you prefer to keep them. There's a high fly, right center field. Bryn Stockman to her right, makes the catch. Runners will tag. The throw to second. Did they get a save? Close play. Gutsy base running by Hamilton, tagging up on a play in front of her. Nitch scores to make it 12-7, but 1 out in the inning. And that was a bang-bang play at second. Now Keisha Hilty. Keisha 2 for 3. She stung the ball every time she's been up. 12-7 the score now. The line in the pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. Hilty got a couple of hits off Schultz in the only game that these two faced. That second game of game number 2 on April 17th. Line shot and barely took Dez's head off. Rounding 3rd is Hamilton to score. It's 3 in the inning. And it's a 3-hit game for Hilty. So the Dragons aren't finishing this one off easy. Three across in the inning. And if at all possible, Jamie Rose does not want to bring back in DJ Cannon to finish it off. Here's Webb. 12-8 the score now. Drop change misses outside, ball 1. Webb 1 for 3, a 2-run triple in the 4th. And made it 8-3 at that point. And now Dez, I think, just trying to be a little too cute. I mean, too fine, that is, not too cute. Way high. That one gets past Semmel, will be a pass ball. And Keisha's going for 3rd as the ball kicks away. And now the Dragons struggling to close it out. How big is that 4-run 7th now? Dragons will give up a run for an out. The pitch. Upstairs, 3-0. That's why Jamie Rose is paid to make these decisions. Dragons just need to settle down and work through it. Low ball 4. So 6 batters have come up in the 7th. 5 have reached, 3 have scored. Now Jenny Hoyt's going to come out. We'll probably see a pinch runner at first, or a pinch hitter. Might be a pinch hitter for Skylar Maga. And no, Maga's still out. Oh, she's just making sure that Maga was re-entered. Not sure she ever left the game. So here we go. 12-8 the score now. Tying run comes to the on-deck circle. Dragons trying to hold on and force a second championship game. Strike outside corner. There's really nothing superfluous to say about what's going on right now. You just have to watch it pitch by pitch. Yeah, one pitch way outside. Really kind of shocked that Webb hasn't taken off yet. Take the force off. Outside, 2-1. Dez has been behind pretty much every batter here in the 7th. Way outside, 3-1. Perhaps the long top of the 7th took some of the edge off Schultz. And she's struggling with her command right now. A walk would load him up and bring the tying run to the plate, and it did. And I think the move is going to be made. Jamie Rose will come out and talk to our home plate umpire. We are going to have a pitching change, I think, momentarily. 12-8 the score now. Cowley has them loaded. And the tying run comes to the plate, and Taylor Henningkamp, the number 9 hitter. Brent Stockman, also an option, has it. And DJ Cannon will come in to pitch. So try to close it out and send this to a second championship game. We'll be back in a moment. Two outs away from a second championship game, but Cowley has brought the tying run to the plate. I think we have a pinch hitter. Ball 1 from DJ Cannon, who started the game, worked the first 4 2/3. Abigail Parks is the pinch hitter. She swings and misses at that offering, and it's 1-1. DJ threw 92 pitches previously in this one. She worked 3 innings in the first game. The pitch fouled back, and it's 1-2. That's a good sign, just the fact that a Dragon pitcher is ahead of a Cowley batter. Some of the Coffeyville players returning and see how this ends up. Coffeyville made a nice run in the tournament, upsetting Cloud County, taking out Allen, the higher seed. Here's a 1-2. Close pitch, not called though, 2-2. That pitch has been a strike in portions of the game today. Neither fan base has been happy with our home plate umpire. Now the 2-2 fouled off. Parks went chasing. May have swung at ball 3, but she fouled it off to stay alive. Cannon's 2-2, foul off again. Canada's had 6 games of 10 or more strikeouts. The strikeout numbers have dropped off as of late, but she's also been a little more pitch efficient working with her defense. Johnson County did finish off Highland 5-4 in District D, so they go to Clinton, Mississippi. We'll see which team here will join them. 2-2. Ground ball to second. Johnson goes to first for the out. A run will score to make it 12-9, but now with 2 outs. Really no sense for to try to during the double play. Probably wouldn't have gotten it anyway. So now it's Brianna Fuchs, the ninth batter of the inning, to face DJ Cannon. The pitch. Change up low and in, ball 1. That was pitch number 100 of the game for DJ. 12 runs, 13 hits, 4 errors, 6 left on for the Dragons. 9 runs, 10 hits, 5 errors, 5 left on for the Tigers. The pitch. Up high, 2-0. Fuchs is the potential tying run. Taylor Perez on deck if the inning is extended. 3-0. First base is open. Taylor Perez has a couple of hits already, so she's swinging a hot bat. She would be the potential game-winning run. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. You didn't think it could be easy. So now Taylor Perez will be the batter. 2 for 4, couple of runs scored. Not a lot of pop in Taylor Perez's bat. She's a straight slap hitter, but good speed. The Dragons have a force at any base. Lefty-lefty matchups, strike called. Dragons trying to force a second championship game. They're an out away. Ground ball to second. Johnson has it under first, and the Dragons win it. Hutchinson holds on to force a second championship game. Defeating Cowley 12-9. We'll wrap it up right after this. Welcome back to Hummer Park, everybody. Steve Carpenter with you. 2 in the books. The Dragons have given themselves the opportunity to finish it off. They defeat Cowley 12-9 and now force a second championship game here in District E. Here are the totals for the just completed game for the Blue Dragons. 12 runs, 13 hits, 4 errors, 6 left on. For Cowley, 9 runs, 10 hits, 5 errors, 8 left on. The winning pitcher, DJ Cannon, she's now 22-5. Logan Wenzel takes the loss. Dragon fans giving their team a big hand as they force a second championship game. That's the first time in 7 decisions that Hutchinson has defeated Logan Wenzel. Time of game, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Dragons take a 4-0 lead. In fact, they had 3 4-run innings in the second, 4th and 7th. Real quickly, just get wrapped up because we need to get ready for the next game. Cam Pope drives in 4, going 2 for 5. 2 hits each for Bryn Stockman, Natalie Semmel, and Bree Johnson. Johnson drove in 3 with a pair of doubles. DJ Cannon works 5 in the 3rd to get the win. 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Des Schultz works 1 2/3 of an inning. So everything's getting ready for the second championship game, and we'll have it for you in about 20 to 25 minutes. For Sebastian Lucas, Steve Carpenter from Hummer Park in Topeka. We've got a second championship game coming. Come back and join us in about 20 minutes. Again, you'll have to change leaks until then. Final score, Hutchinson 12, Cowley 9. We'll see you in about 20 minutes. Until then, so long, everybody.